Hi, it's Ivor David and welcome to the first part of the award in progression course. Okay, so we're going to do the first exercise basically in this course, and what you'll need is you'll need to have this handout. See it here? We'll have to have this handout to help you through. This is just a guide, and there are more handouts that you can print off. I'll suggest that you print them off and have them to the side so you can follow along if you want to. In the classroom, these handouts are actually available, so we'll have a look at them in a moment when I show you where they are. It just makes sense. And also, I'll give you another tip as well. What I suggest you do is that if you could get this video up on your phone and play the video, and then you have your computer and you can watch the video and follow along on the computer, that would be a good idea. Actually, I think a tablet would be better because the screen will be a bit larger. And if you're really lucky, maybe you can use a PC or a laptop, all right? But however you set it up, it'll be great if you could follow along. And if you can't, well, just sit down, watch me, have some popcorn and enjoy. So let's get going. Let's go to the computer. And as you can see, I'm signed in. I'm signed in as Hal. That's my virtual student. You'll be signed in as yourself. You'll see your initial on the top right-hand side there. And you can see the section that we're on, Activity 1, Use Digital Skills to Handle Information. So we need to look at the assignment here. And inside the assignment, you're going to see the handout that you're going to use to follow along. So let's click on there. So here's all the handouts and exercise sheets. And this is the one that I've actually got here that I'm using to follow along. Look, see? Right? So I'm using this to follow along to keep me on track. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the very first folder. So the very first folder will be Award in Progression. And that folder will be made inside the Documents folder. The Document folder already exists. Don't forget, when you open your computer, you'll see that you actually have a Documents folder. We're going to make a folder in there, the main folder for this course, so you can put all your work inside there and stay organized. That's the reason why I've set this up this way. All right. So we're going to go to Documents, and then we'll open up Documents, and inside Documents, we'll make a folder called Award in Progression. And then once we've done that Award in Progression, we're going to make 5 more folders, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that level inside Award in Progression. And then once we've finished all those 5 folders that we've created, we're going to make 1 more folder, but that's going to be inside number 1. So if you look at number 1 here, you can see down the bottom is another folder called Hobbies or Interest Research. So that's what we're going to do, okay? So let's get started. All right, so we need to go to File Explorer so we can get to Documents. So I'm going to minimize this screen here. And to get to File Explorer, you can even go down to the bottom of the screen and you'll see File Explorer down here. But sometimes it may not show up. And what you'll need to do is go to Search and then type in File Explorer. As soon as you type the word File, you'll see File Explorer pop up at the top there. Click on that. And we are away. So this is File Explorer. And I did say we go to the Documents folder. Now, if you're in the college, I'm always telling my students, go to your user area first and then go to Documents, right? And I've explained it to them why that's the case. But if you're at home and you're using your computer at home, then go straight to the Documents folder, which is, you know, it's a preset folder or pre-built folder that you will find in Windows on your computer. So I'm going to click on that. And I've just made an extra Documents folder just so that it doesn't clutter the screen, but you'll just go into Documents straight away. So here I am in my Documents folder. Okay, so that's great. And if you refer back to the folder structure, you'll see that we need to make a folder called Award in Progression. So let's make that folder now. Quite simple. We go over to where it says New, click on there, go to Folder. We click on that, and then we get a preset folder name, New folder. We just press Delete. I press Delete. You can press backspace if you want. And I'm going to type in the new name. So I'm going to put my caps lock on. I don't usually have my caps lock on. I usually use Shift to get a first letter capital and then let it go to lowercase. But we're doing all in capitals. So you might as well put the caps lock on and remember to take it off. So I've got caps lock on. I'm going to type Award in Progression. And there we go, press enter, and we're on our way. So we've done that, and I did say that we're going to go inside. Now, if you look here on the map, you'll see on the map it says, let me just go back to the map, we have a quick look. So if you look on the map, you'll see that there's lines going down, and the lines going down indicate that these are going to be inside the folder above. All right, that's a good clue. So the first one we're going to do is this one here, which is use digital skills to handle information. So we're going to type that out. Yeah. So I'm going to minimize this, and I need to make that new folder. Now this is where people make a mistake. You see, I'm outside here, and you're looking at awarding progressions folder, and then people start making a new folder here, but you're not inside the folder. You need to be inside the folder. If you look at the instructions, you'll see that you need to be inside. So I need to double click on the icon here. Do not double click on the words, because if you do, sometimes it gets messy like this and you can delete things. Always double click on the icon. Double click on the icon, we go inside, and we know that we're inside the folder because it says so in this path bar at the top here. So the path bar tells us the path to the folder that we're currently using. And so we go to documents, and then we've got award in progression, which we are inside of. Great. So inside this folder, I'm going to make another folder. So I go to new again, and I go to folder, and I'm going to type 01. I kept my caps lock on because I'm going to be using it. I'm going to do all this in capitals, and use digital skills to handle information. So use digital skills to handle information. And there we go, press enter. Now I'm going to do all the other 4 folders, yeah? So we'll have 5 folders in here in total, and then I'll go inside number 1, and I'll make the hobbies or research folder. So I know it's going to be a bit boring you watching me type all this out, so let me just fast forward. There we go, that's our 5 folders, and now we need to make another folder inside number 1. But just keep in mind that all these folders are on one level. So if you look at let's go back and have a quick look at the folder structure, and we can see that all these folders are on the same level. That's why when we look at our folder structure in File Explorer, all these folders are in the same location, yeah? Inside award in progression. So we need to now go inside number 1, use digital skills to handle information, because there's a folder that needs to be made inside there. So let's go in there. So I'm going to double click on it. We're inside there. You can see at the top here, like I said before, that we're inside that folder. And I'm going to go to new, go to folder, and hobbies or interest research. So hobbies or interests research. And I'll press enter. And that's it. So now we have the hobbies or interest folder inside the use digital skills to handle information folder, which is inside the awards in progression folder. You see? Makes sense? And if we look at our folder structure again, you can see this is where we are right now. We're inside here looking at this folder that we just created. So we just need to go all the way back, and from the documents folder, look at the award in progression folder. So let's do that. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go back. But the way I'm going to go back is navigating. I usually navigate at the top here, and I'll go back 1 step and then go back another step. But sometimes the name of the folder is so long that you can't fill all the path at the top. So you can use these 3 dots to show you the rest of the path that is hidden. So if I click on here, I can see the documents folder. So I click on that, and it takes me back to the documents folder. And let me go all the way in now. I'm going to go all the way in to the hobbies folder. I'm actually going to go inside the hobbies folder and have a look, okay? And we'll see what information is shown on the path here. So I'm going to double click on award in progression, because that's the course folder. And then we've got we're inside the award in progression. So we're going to go inside number 1. And then inside number 1, we're use digital skills to handle information, we can go inside the hobbies or interest folder, which is inside there. And that shows you all the folders. So we can just go back one step at a time. We can either just click on here, or we can use the dots to move backwards. So let's go back to the beginning again, and that's it. Now, in the next video, you're gonna have to give evidence that you've actually made this folder structure. And the way you're gonna do that is by using a screenshot, which is like taking a picture of your screen and putting it into a document and saving that and uploading it to the tutor to show us as evidence. And the layout that we're going to have, the structure, the way that we're going to display the structure is like this. We will go inside the award in progression folder, and it will reveal all the 5 folders that we've just created. And we'll take a picture of this part of the screen. All right. And that's what we're going to do in video number 2. Okay. So I look forward to seeing you then. And don't forget, if any of this was a bit too fast, you know what you can do. You can pause me, rewind me, and play me again. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.